Hello? Hello? Okay, there it is. Hi guys, welcome to just another Dawncaster stream, Boundless Malignancy edition. I never intended to do a Dawncaster run, but because I started to hate playing on my phone in general, I've decided, why the hell not? I might as well just buy one of my favorite games on my phone, on PC, and play it from there. Besides, this channel was originally supposed to be about playing games on Android, since a lot of the games that are featured on my YouTube feed involves PC games, but I barely see some for Android games, especially that some of the paid Android games are actually decent. But then, I just hate using my phone in general. So yeah, this is just going to be a chill stream. I wouldn't be talking a lot. I wouldn't be reading the description on the cards and the text, whatnot. So if you're interested in that, just feel free to pause the screen. I will try to go through the dialogue, but I will not be reading the dialogue. This is just a run to unlock all of the classes in Dawncaster, which is a lot. So this is going to be a long run. Let me show you. These are all the classes that you can play as. We have the Arcanist, Pure Intellect, Hunter, which is a mixed Dexterity and Strength class, Knight, which is a mixed Intellect and Strength class, Rogue, a pure Dexterity class, Seeker, a mixed Intelligence and Dexterity class, and Warrior, a pure Strength class. On my Android phone, I have unlocked all of these, as well as some of the more niche subclasses of these characters. But in here on my PC, I have yet to unlock them all. So this YouTube channel will be graced with the documentation of me unlocking all of this using a favorite malignancy of mine, or a game modifier, Boundless Spoils. We will start from Arcanist and end with the Warrior. On Android, I usually go by randomize, but we will have Boundless Spoils to randomize our run. And besides, randomize, this is only good if you've unlocked most of the subclasses, but we have not. So see here, we have Arcanist or Mage. We have a female and a male version of the portrait, so we will choose the male, Old Man. We also only have Force Wand. Again, I'm not going to read the card text, so we're going to select Force Wand and Arcane Weapon. Look at these. These are all the weapon powers that I have yet to unlock, but we only have Arcane Weapon, which we can use to heal for every magic action in our deck. Select Talent, Shocking Grasp, deal damage equal to your chain. If you have 5 or more chain, inflict 2 shock. And here, we have all of the active settings for a run. We have Infernal Invasions, which are which are stage modifiers. And we have difficulty, which is normal. You have story mode, you have normal, you have challenging, hard, and impossible. We're just going to go with normal because we're just going to unlock all characters. That's the goal of it. However, we are going to modify it with a malignancy called Boundless Spoils. So, to let me show you what Boundless Spoils does. Boundless Spoils pretty much unlocks all the cards for your that you may access in the run. You're not influenced by your character, your class. You can use any card except for those that cannot be modified in any way, like grounded cards. They are called grounded cards. Other than that, you can play from int-based decks and strength-based decks, and they are not bound by rarity, no longer influenced by luck. The interesting thing about Boundless Spoils is that you can gain access to cards that will help you survive your run. Especially if your card build has certain weaknesses that will not allow you to defend against certain monsters, certain elites, certain bosses. Which is why I like it. And in case you're wondering if wouldn't these make it more difficult to build your deck? Well, from my experience, you will going to reject most of the cards rewards you're going to encounter anyway. So the point of playing a Boundless Spoils run is that try to work around the archetype of your card, and unless you get like an interesting card, you will most likely gain from your card rewards. You are aiming for those that will allow you to survive more. Trying to check for, say, if you get afflictions or negative modifiers, or say trying to counter hard-hitting attacks. That is the goal of your card rewards, not your damage. Your damage will solely be based around what your basic attacks, your starting attacks, can already do. With that said, start the game. We will be starting the game. And yeah, I'm not going to be reading the text. I'm going to go through the dialogue, but I'm not going to be reading them. So yeah, I'll be mum for most of the game, unless I find something worth interacting about. Again, I've already gone through the run repeatedly. Other than the special encounters from the Infernal Invasions, as well as from, say, harder difficulties, I pretty much mostly have seen them all. Almost. So yeah, let's start the game. Oops. The dialogue of this man is nothing more than a tutorial, so I'll skip that. You're not here for a plain run, right? You're just here to listen. Like I usually do with the playthroughs that I watch. I don't really watch them all at this point, I just listen. Another remark, these recent cosmetic upgrades, well, this is an Infernal Invasion cosmetic update, and they had some recent changes before they launched Infernal Invasions. They have some recent cosmetic changes that made this look amazing, and I'd say Dawncaster looks amazing compared to its old iterations. And the desktop version too. It now looks nicer than it used to be. So, here is my game. Game board, you may say. And on the bottom left, we have your character. This is your health. In the middle is your sun gold or your coins. On the bottom right is your deck. And this large icon on the bottom right is your weapon power. In my case, my weapon power is health recovery, so I'm not going to click that. If you click the upper left side, you will see your current quest, your current canto. If you click the bottom left, you'll see your character stats. Here is my health, experience, sun gold. Here is my intellect. You usually only gain 1 throughout your run. You have your weapon cooldown, and other attributes and modifiers that you may have. You have your bounties and your talents. So here it is, Jack of all trades, arcane weapon. Jack of all trades, you can also unlock this as a talent, which you unlock every time you level up. But in this case, we already unlock it on our run. So let's start. Opportunity. So this is new for me. Every canto, every stage of the game now has some modifiers which aren't available in the core part of the game. You have this deep hatred. Start of combat, foes start with 1 anger for every 100 abyssal corruption in the area. And this is the invader. Abyssal corruption at 3 out of 500, Dante, Lord of Despair, becomes the final confrontation. Increases whenever you deal damage. I've already did like a previous trial run of this, of a game with Infernal Invasion. And, well, I still don't understand this part. I think it's going to be the last part of the game, your final boss. But since you can unlock multiple final bosses with the Infernal Invasions, especially in every stage, this part becomes confusing because you can still change this as long as Infernal Invasions is active and as long as your modifiers continue to influence your run. So this might be interesting, but it also is not, because this may change in future runs. In future as we go along. That's what I meant to say. So let's continue fighting this wild tusk boar. 1 focus. And damage. That's disappointing. Let's do that, let's do that, let's block. What I was hoping was to unlock the shock. What card it is? Yeah, Shocking Grasp. So here you have 2 shock, which the shock modifier is a affliction that you can inflict on your enemy. So every turn, shock decreases, and when shock goes to 0, you became stunned. You will no longer be able to play your turn. Dazed, I prefer more dazed because unlike shock, which is exhausted, which is decreased per turn, dazed is decreased per card your opponent plays. And the stun is casted a lot faster. But here I have not unlocked that card, so we might just kill this boar. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's it. Lava potion. We are going to choose lava potion, brew concoction, which will allow us lava potion. And potions, you may buy this at an alchemist, which is a character and quite like an opportunity. It's an event or encounter that you may choose, which will allow you to buy potions. But with brew concoction, you may just delve a potion, a free potion, which is helpful, especially if you don't have enough health. We'll choose that. Opportunity. This is the Infernal Invasions character. This is a boss one. We might try and kill all of the Infernal Invasions characters or monsters for this run, because I haven't encountered them yet. Mostly. Take the coins. There it goes. In my normal runs, I usually try to kill as many characters so that I can get talents. That's my only joy, really. I know it's not a smart thing to... When you go on harder difficulties, you're better off choosing your encounters depending on the classes that you play, but that's not me. Defend, potion, impervious. Yeah, impervious allows you to take no damage. And it's reduced by 1 per damage inflicting attack by the monster, by your opponent. So we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do that. I haven't inflicted shock. I didn't count. This turn and next turn, cards you control cost no energy. That is interesting, but it costs way too much. It's better on the late game. I might select this for a collector, which requests a card of yours in exchange for some goods and bonuses. And if you offer them this legendary card, you will get a talent. But I'm still not sure if I want to get a dead draw. This will be a dead draw because of how much it costs. I'm better off trying to optimize what I can inflict against the opponent for now. So here we have Hydroform, which is a Seeker card using a Clone archetype. The Clone by default... Oh, it doesn't show the description. Well, the clone keyword allows you, by default, it allows you to repeat your basic attacks the more clone cards that you are able to channel. We're not going to use that. We're not a channeling deck. Gain 1 anger, inflict a random affliction with 3 stacks. We were going to be getting this because afflictions and blessings are probably one of the useful things that you can use in this game, especially if you are not a hard-hitting character. So here we have gain 1 anger, and you can also inflict a random affliction with 3 stacks in exchange for 1 health point. Hello, hello. Lucky day for you, mortal friend. An imp rushes after you, then bows with exaggerated flourish, revealing a collection of brightly colored bottles attached to its belt. Zixis, finest merchant of the legions. He taps his belt, grinning to reveal rows of needle-like teeth. Blood of a greater demons makes you fierce, only costs a real piece of yourself. Nothing you'll miss, promise, promise. What do you mean, a piece of myself? I asked. The imp giggles, rubbing its clawed hands together. Just little memories, happy ones you don't need. You won't notice. What memories? It produced a small crystal and holds it up. Just think, Zixis collects. Think of happy day. Childhood joy perhaps, first love, victory in battle. Yes, yes, that one. Continue. The imp leans in, gently shaking one of the swirling bottles. Then you forgets all about that and become new, better persons. He's like that. I usually don't take it the first time I got it, but I didn't know back then what it does. I assume it will change your character. Now we're going wild with this. I know I posted on the stream description that we're just going a chain arcanist run, but well, this is my run. So yes, make me forget who I am. Close your eyes now. The imp nods gleefully. It demands as it presses the crystal to your head. The crystal feels hot to the touch, draining your very essence. Continue. Oh, good memories and bad sads. The imp slowly nods solemnly, then plucks a trio of potions from its belt. Now you pick who you want to be. Oh no. Yeah, this will change your color. If you don't have Boundless Spoils, this may screw you up. But we have Boundless Spoils. This will probably, I think that is what is going to happen. We will gamble on blue. Oh, wants to be smart like Zixis. The imp nods and picks at his nose. Now you pick one more. What you want to be? See? And we'll just take the potion. We'll just be our old self. You know, a 19 Markanist hero. Thank you for your business. Now, it will have a negative effect. Does this will have a negative effect? No. So we still have the same talents and same attributes. That's interesting. So I just can take it at a time. Especially if I feel like I don't like the Arcanist. But no, we're going to go with Arcanist for this run. Let's take an opportunity. Gain 1 anger, 1 concoction. We are going to go by Potion of Visions. Gain 1 focus, 2 force ones. Meh. So, Rewind is a unique card. I haven't, though I have tried to have this, I often had not the kind of deck that will benefit from this the most. So, I often find this useless. Especially since it has the unique keyword, so you can only play this once. Oftentimes, this is a really useless card. And look at this. Conjure a copy of all non-unique cards you played the previous round. And it also costs 1 intellect. You don't usually have that much intellect unless the conjured cards are free. That would be the use case in which Rewind is useful. So, no. I often find Rewind to be useless. We will go with Electroflare because it has Chain. Chasm. This is an Infernal Invasion modifier. The path ahead is blocked by a ravine, flames dancing along its edges. A crude bridge has been constructed from twisted metal and bones. Standing guard is a massive two-headed demon with an unwieldy large axe, booming voice echoing across the chasm. Mortal, I am Zarax, executioner of the unworthy. You stand at the threshold of lands claimed from the Abyssal Legion. He pounds his chest with an armored fist, the sound reverberating like thunder. Pay tribute, the left head says. Serve, the right continues, or be destroyed. Those are your choices. We will fight you, so... Bleh. What service is this? Sarak's eyes gleam with dark amusement. Simple. The Abyssal Legion requires information. Bring me knowledge of a weakness in the nearby settlement's defenses, and I shall reward you with power beyond mortal means. Do I accept the task or I refuse? This might affect our second stage, which is the encampment, where you can recover and earn money. So we'll refuse. Then you choose the hard way. No mortal refuses the region and lives. Well, I would, so F you. Look at this. 7 burning. What does Dark does this? Oh no, start of turn. If your foe is at less than 26% health, slay them. Start of combat, add 1% for each slain foe. 3. Oh no. We got a deep wound. That's interesting. This modifier, this enchantment, I usually get to inflict that on the enemy on strength type builds. It appears they've implemented it as a monster enchantment against me, the player, for Infernal Invasions. So can I reach? No, I can't activate the shock. So we will go with burning instead. Oh no, we are going to die. We are going to die. Fuck! I should have betrayed. What's the name again? Bright Candle. I should have betrayed the encampment. That sucks. That modifier sucks. No matter, we'll go again. Run it back! Here it is, the Boundless Spoils is still active. And Infernal Invasion is still active. I'm not going to deactivate it. We're going to change the name, however. Opportunity first. Eat the berries so that we can forget a card. We will forget armor or block. Opportunity again. We will get the coins for a free encounter. Which is why it is a free encounter. Cool, look at this. Hymn of Vitality, one of my favorite cards in the game. You gain 6, 12, or 20 health in 1, 2, or 3 turns. One of my favorite archetypes for Dawncaster in general, the hymns. Yeah, let's choose that. On an all run I've had an opportunity to duplicate this multiple times, so I got heals repeatedly. For this scenario, we are going to reduce the number of cards we have. We have 6 for now. When we unlock all upgrades for the Arcanist, this is usually reduced up to 4. Or actually up to 5 or 4. But the game also provides you with a lot of opportunities to remove basic attacks. It only comes down to priorities. Here, we are going to throw a weapon in the fire. Inflict 2 burning. Okay. We'll go with the we'd go with the, how do you call this? Like an elite monster? It's not the boss. Something like that. An elite, you may say. So I think I haven't explained this part. The options you can see at the top of the monster. You get here the potential cards that the opponent will inflict on you. I usually don't care about that. That's not how I roll. That's not how I play these games. I just play cards and hope for the best. If you choose the shield on the top of the monster, you get stats. You have health, card per turn, energy per turn, cards in deck, which I also don't care about. And you have some modifiers on the top right of the monster. You have health. He is healthy. This creature has 25% additional maximum health. And you have Enrage Affix. It's an affix. It's called an affix. You get 1 anger at the start of turn. So let's start. 2 burning chain. That's Hymn of Vitality. We'll get 12 in 2 turns. On Hymn decks, often 2 turns is the most optimal selection you can have. Even though Hymn of Vitality 3 is the most potent, and it's very useful if you have real low health. But as you go along in Dawncaster, you often get to kill the monster in 1 or 2 turns, so you don't often get to activate Hymn of Vitality 3 or the most potent form of the hymns. So, like in this example, we are going to go in 2 turns. So because in 2 turns, we might already kill the boss, the monster. Force Wand, and yeah, just Force Wand. Surges, Force Wand, and block. See? And now we have another Hymn of Vitality. Again, we'll use the 2-turn version. And 2 burning and Force Wand. I should have chosen 1. And now I don't get to heal. Fuck. I misclicked. Because we have a burning card, let's do Combust. The Farcast activates on Bury decks, which removes the card temporarily from your deck. And it's on it. it depends on your deck on whether that is useful or not. On some occasions, when the opponent does it, it's bad, especially if your card is buried and that is a important card to your build. But if you design around it, you can get some nice synergies. Especially, let's actually read it. A card with Farkas is played and moved to the discard pile whenever it gets buried on your turn. So it's no longer removed, it's just moved to the discard pile. And sometimes you can get a free conjured version of the card. Or I think that's in the old version. That might have been in the old version of the Farcast. They did had some changes here. Here's the Shrine of Trickery. Because we are an Arcanist, we can choose what kind of attribute Trickery can add to our cards. So here, if you are an Arcanist, you can choose your keyword. You can chain or you can figment, which will add a conjured version of the card to your deck. Or I think that's how figmented works. You know what? We'll add that to... Or actually, we'll add chain to combust. So that it becomes part of our synergy. I usually either put a card on the sigil, or I haven't seen this. This is the first time I've seen that you can deactivate the sigil. I think this will just deactivate the wall of fire and nothing happens. You know what? Let's put a card on the sigil. Let's try Holy Fire. Cursed. When a card is cursed, it can't be removed from your deck. Yeah, it's just like a Shrine of Trickery, where you can get a random keyword on your deck. And now we can't remove Holy Fire. We don't have an Infernal Invasion activated for this run, so we most likely will survive this encounter, this run. This stage, rather. So we'll go with the White Tuskmore. And just do our thing. Should have saved on energies. But I didn't, so... We will not be able to use Hymn of Vitality, sadly. So we'll just use the Combust. So we'll do Holy Fire and Combust. This is interesting. Potency. So I have a burn, a cursed burn, so we can take advantage of this. However, we get also another cursed card. You know what? Let's gamble. Let's try it. So now, when the monster has burn, they will, and I have one potency, they will be hit with the burn, the stacks of burn that they have, plus how many potency I have on my character. Well, the Stinger. We'll do him a vitality, 3 turns. We'll save. Inflict 2 burning, witching ore. Should I? The cards aren't interesting, so we will deny them. We'll save on energy. Hopefully we can activate vitality this time. 3. See what I mean? You should always choose the 2 turns because you don't really get enough turns to activate the 3rd round. Unless you're a rogue type of a character or a double dex type of character. In which case most of your decks are about trying to last as long enough for you to deal a lot of damage. Most of the time at least. Look at this. I will not even be able to heal. There it is. I should have chosen 1 actually. This Thunder Armor is an interesting card and quite useful because some characters do have really bulky armor in the later rounds. But it is expensive for now, so we're not going to take any of the cards we have before us. So we are now done with the extra monster encounters, so we are going to the mandatory ones instead. We'll activate our weapon power first so that we can heal. We'll heal on our campsite, which I don't think I needed to, but might as well. Oh, we still have extra encounter. Sharp Claw Raven. Will I follow my advice? I'll try. Look at this, 6 in 1 turn, that's so few. But we might as well. Yes, we leveled up. We can use Malice since we already have a cursed potency card. We are not a conjure card build, so we'll skip that. We are not plant creature weapon, although we may want to do the arrow thing or other cards, but now we'll stick with the force wand. Durable, interesting, but that's not for me for now. Amalgamist, not for me for now. And we no longer have rolls. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all basic attacks at the later runs, but Malice would be useful for now. Critical hit, we don't have critical hit condition cards, so Malice. Enchantment is like a kind of, I mean, this enchantment, the perform is similar to him in that, actually it's a more manual type of him. Him allows you to increase its stack, its condition stack per turn. This perform card, you must have perform cards that you must play per turn. We don't have that, as much as its healing effects are, well, useful, because in this enchantment, this legendary enchantment, you get to auto heal, but will only heal for 1 point, which is also pointless if you are a perform kind of card. So this is useless unless you're going with a perform card. Shocking Grasp, I don't really like the card. I don't know if it's going to be useful. Our major problem is that we will not achieve the shock condition unless we have a lot of energy. We're going to skip all of this. Traveler. Who is Julius Belthorpe? On Sunfall Meadows, I remember you being 4th. What happened on Sunfall Meadows? Here, Bright Candle, this is the first settlement. Intellect. Potency. Chain. Reject. All cards rejected. Have I explained this earlier? The stun condition? Yeah, dazed. When playing a card, increase dazed by 1. When dazed becomes 0, gain stunned. Dazed fades at the end of the turn. Yeah. Your version, the version that we have here is shock, which unlike dazed is decreases per turn, not per cards played. We'll do fire, potency, chain. Surge, vitality. We'll just do 1 turn. So I don't think we can achieve 2 turns. No, I didn't heal. This card is nice. It's like another card that we haven't seen yet. It's called... I forgot actually what card it was. I think this is it, really. This is what card that I was thinking of. Because the charm is not really interesting, but this second modifier, this round, you and your foe can play melee, magic, or range actions. But you can still play actions, this one, or enchantments, but you can't play melee, magic, or range. You can prevent a hard-hitting attack in this case. If you have Priest Offering, you'll have that. As I've said before, when running on Boundless Spoils, your card rewards that you're aiming for is not so much as hard-hitting cards as more of like survival cards. Cards that will help you withstand your encounters. Charmed, potency. Him, because we will fight her for a long time. She has interrupt, which will deplete our energy on hit. So we are going to we cannot aim to save our energy per turn. Oh no, oh no. I should be blocking more. We'll do another hymn, this time 2. 1 focus, potency, combust. Oh my god, I hope I survive. Woo! Finally! What's the terminology? Proc? The hymn procced. So I survived. And now I'll have another heal waiting. So We'll do Force Wand. Potency, burning, combust, focus. Oh no. I almost killed her. Oh, okay, I killed her. So we don't have green energy. And we don't inflict poison, so we cannot use Avatar of Blight. Yeah, all of these cards are useless, even though they are all legendary. I already have 2 legendary cards if ever we encounter the collector. So we'll reject all. We'll explore the area more. And heal and burn cards. Oh. We'll remove armor. Yes, we will remove armor. Because 3 armor is a measly block. You'd either want barrier, the fortified affix is the word that they used to call it. The fortified affix. Or impervious. You'd want impervious. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be choosing the dialogue. We will heal. Just for 1 bit. Here is the alchemist. You can buy potions or transmute the card. Do we need to transmute the card? When you transmute a basic card, you usually get a potion, which you might want. Do you want it? We might do Shocking Grasp because we don't really get to use Shocking Grasp. We don't get to achieve its win condition. 35 gold, change one to higher or card rarity. Frozen is like a status effect that reduces the amount of damage the enemy inflicts on you, and per attack of the enemy it like the stack reduces by 1. I might take this because we don't have block and we don't have barrier, or we can do simulacrum, which is, however, it also costs an energy, even though it's psionic, which consumes a focus blessing. This is still not guaranteed. Having focus blessing. We'll do avalanche. We'll do avalanche. Oh no, we don't have a card for the blacksmith. We'll go core. We'll go for towards the eastern Blightwoods. In future streams, I probably may be turning off my mic. I don't know. Just I will just play the shit out of this game until I unlock all characters. Because even if I've already played this countless of times, I also play it like I don't think much about it when I play it. I just go choose card and hit monster, and that's it. I don't strategize. I don't try to figure out which cards are interesting, which cards are not. What kind of perfect build will I be able to come up with? We'll choose Crimson Collector this time. Two burning, two charm. Bleh. Two surges, one potency, vitality 3. You don't have interrupt, do you? Don't you, right? We'll do avalanche. Then 2 burning and 1 force wand. One potency, 2 surges, 1 burning, 1 force wand. Why do you have an enraged affix? Vitality 2. 1 surge, 1 potency, 2 force wands. We will not get to activate the vitality. Damn it. We have no choice but to choose Blast Shield because we don't have defensive options right now. Do we want Tinker's Toolbox? Or Luck of the Draw? We might want Luck of the Draw so that we can spam either Combust or Witching Ore. Tinker's Toolbox is interesting, but it's too random. Let's do Luck of the Draw. We'll leave the Golden Box. We'll take an opportunity. We'll remove a basic attack. We'll heal. Go to the blacksmith. Remove a basic attack. Heal. Do opportunity. Get a fortune. Activate a shrine. Shrine of balance. What card do we want to upgrade? Let's check. We'll upgrade a force wand. Dispel a blessing from your foe. We need the potency, but we also don't need to rely on potency. You know what? Let's take this for the experience. Vitality 3. This is interesting. We'll do Avalanche, Luck of the Draw, and Holy Fire so that we can activate it next turn again. But we will not get potency for now because again, we cannot go on a... We cannot rely on our blessings. I'm not even sure if I'll survive this. 2 burning. 2 force wands. He's offering. Yes, we healed. Now we'll do Vitality 2. 1 focus. Blast shield. Potency. One focus will activate Luck of the Draw. Will activate Vitality. Let's just choose Vitality 1. I should have done with 2, but whatever. And Combust. Yeah, let's just use that. Haha. Hymn of Vitality 2. 1 focus. 1 shield. I don't know if he can double cast it. Or just this force wand. 1 focus, 2 burning, 2 potency, armor, and force wand. I probably may have over-diluted my card, but I didn't draw the cards that I want, or that would have been ideal for my deck. Blink Strike. Blink Strike might be interesting. Let's choose it. He has the Blood Scent affix, which again will make potency unreliable, but whatever. Luck of the draw, Blast Shield, Force Wand. Focus, burning. Blast Shield. Force Wand. Peace Offering. That only made my armor useless, but whatever. Focus. We cannot rely on potency. Let's do Vitality 2. We cannot rely on Avalanche because we only have 2. Let's end how we cannot exhaust the Blink Strike. We'll do Combust. With the Avalanche, and we'll exhaust our Blink Strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever. Whatever is. We'll remove Devotion. Keen Mind is interesting. Quick Study is interesting too. We can reduce it to Avalanche cost to 1. We might do Whimsical if we want to add chaos to our deck. But let's remove Quick Study. Let's remove Brain Rot. Curable is also interesting, but no. Cooldown Weapon Training. You know what? I'm going to go with Whimsical. I know that Keen Mind would be more useful for me, but let's go Whimsical. Just cause. Ooh, Blood Magic. I love this card. But it does whittle your health a bit. But we have him. We have a Hymn of Vitality card. So we can counter the impact of Blood Magic. Let's heal. Do I want to remove a card? I don't think so. 15 may seem a lot, but it doesn't feel like too much. The only con of my deck is that I don't have enough. I have a lot of defensive options, but I don't have a lot of offensive ones. Let's just hit enemies more now. Here we will have a useless enchantment. That's what Whimsical does. A random enchantment per round. So you may gain a lucky enchantment if you're lucky or not. We'll never know. We'll never know if you're lucky or not. Because that's how I want to play. chaos. That's what makes me addicted to this game. Just the chaos of it all. We'll do luck of the draw. Do we want potency? You know what? Yeah, let's do potency and compass. Search of intellect. Potency. Hymn of Vitality. I think 2 turns. I don't have a channel, so we'll do Peace Offering. I know. Action. Will I be able to activate Blood Magic with Peace Offering? No, Blood Magic first. Then Peace Offering. I might be able to kill him today. One, 2, 3, 4. These cards are useless. Shrine. Magic Lightning. Let's offer 1 Force Wand. No, I don't need to sacrifice a Force Wand. Do I really need to sacrifice a card? I think what I have right now is solid. I don't have any dead draws. I could sacrifice Avalanche. Because it's still too costly, even though it has its uses. Let's sacrifice Avalanche. I don't see any use for these cards. Feather Form would be interesting, but it might be too expensive. All stacking bonuses in Feather Form, stacking focus would affect is that I get to draw more. Do I need to draw more? Maybe. You know what? Let's try it. Feather Form. Look at this. We have it is a channel card. It's our substitute for the Avalanche, really. It is here. Focus. When you foretell, reveal 1 more card for every 3 stacks. At the start of the round, draw 1 additional card for every 6 stacks. And the Form of the Raven, whenever you discard a card, gain 1 focus. This is what we're after, the extra draws. So let's sacrifice our gold for the Feather Form. Let's heal again. We don't need transmutes. Do I need a removal? I'm not sure. I also have a blood magic, so I do not need to remove another basic attack. Let's do Bandit Looter. encounter. Ooh, I have symbiote. Let's... Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw, potency. 2 burning. Chain. I selected the wrong cards, but no matter. Feather form, blood magic, potency. Focus. Let's see. Blast shield. Combust. Hymn of Vitality. We'll do 2 turns. And Peace Offering. Did I already exhaust the blood magic? That sucks. Under their blast shield. Let's cast all our force wands. And use a blink strike. If I exhaust blood magic right away, I wouldn't be able to use imprint. So, no. This card sucks. Change markings. Follow the trail. Bandit camp. Continue. Approach quietly. Garvin Greaves, this is our boss. Or the encounters. This stages boss, I mean. Let's heal first and confront Garvin Greaves. What is our whimsy for today? Aura of Corruption. And whenever you inflict a unique affliction during your turn, draw a card. Potency, Peace Offering. Blood Magic. Vitality 3. Feather form. Intellect. Two burning. Two chain. And blink strike. We're not able to use block of the draw. Oh my god, oh no. Blast shield. Why did that hurt? That is why the blast shield was a useful card reward that we've chosen. Surge, Lock of the Draw, Potency, Combust, Force Wand, Blink Strike, Blink Strike, Blink Strike. Oh no. Fuck! What a lousy ass run. It's my fault. Anyhow, that's what doing a Dawncaster run entails. Just grinding away with random draws, which I made even more random with Infernal Invasions and Boundless Spoils. But I am here to record myself having fun while I try to unlock all of the character subclasses. So since this is going to be a longest run, probably in the future I will not be doing any commentary. I'll just having another playlist running in the background while I do these grinds. So if you enjoyed this, well, I'm surprised. But I hope to see you again soon on this game or on another. So until then,